Okay, you guys, welcome back to another Financial Freedom Edge video. I don't actually think I've talked about this very much, and it's surprising because I've been talking a lot about it on Facebook. So, business credit card financing, business credit cards. I have been working with a company that has helped me generate over $100,000 of zero interest business credit card limits. And let me just preface this. I will drop an affiliate link. I did become an affiliate only because I had massive success with them that I have personally used. So if you guys are interested, I will put a link down below. Please click it. Helps me out immensely. Helps me continue to do the work that I'm doing here, and not charge you guys, not put all of this behind a paywall, not develop a course, right? I'm not a guru just yet, but I do want to help people who are trying to get ahead financially. So I will have an affiliate link to a company I personally used, and I recommend if you guys are looking for 0% business credit cards, these people can absolutely help. It is a legitimate company. I know there's a lot of ads and scams and stuff like that. I've used these guys. I would recommend them. Okay, with that out of the way. So, when I first got started, I had access to no money, right? I had just the cash in my bank account. And then I got a credit card, and then I got another one. They had very low limits, right? Like, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000. And you can't really do too much with that, right? Like, you can put your personal expenses on it, like groceries or shopping. Maybe you can pay some utility bills or something like that. But just overall, you can't really do too much with that amount of money. It's just not enough, right? Like when I was talking to the credit card company, I said, hey, you guys, I need you to raise my limit to like 20 plus, $20,000, $30,000. And they're like, well, why do you need that much? And I said, well, I'm a real estate investor, and if I need to flip a property, the kitchen alone could cost $20,000. So we're talking about like the appliances, the cabinets, the countertops, the floor, any plumbing or electrical work easily could be $20,000, right? So I said, your cards don't help me. And they're like, well, I mean, if you're flipping houses, you should get business credit cards. And I was like, okay, sure, tell me more. So anyways, so I did apply for a couple business credit cards, but again, really low limits. Like, I think like the highest limit I got for myself was like maybe $15,000, which is cool. That is a lot of money. $15,000 is like a good chunk of money, but I still couldn't like flip a house with it, right? Like I would have to use it and then pay it back, use it, pay it back, use it, and then wait for the property to sell and then pay it back, right? So like, it's not like I could put like everything I need on one card, wait for the property to sell and then pay it back, right? Like I'd still have to be using my own capital, which, kind of defeats the purpose of credit cards, really, right? Or using their credit and paying it back later. If I have to pay it back multiple times a month because I keep maxing it out, what's the point of that? So I got really frustrated. I looked into the corporate financing, the non-personal guarantee, this, that, and the other. I looked at all that stuff, and I finally came upon this company, and I only went with them only because somebody I know went with them and said they had success. And I said, okay, this is somebody I know, not some figurehead on YouTube, telling me it's another program or whatever. So because they had success, I tried it, I had success. I'm telling my friends and people on Facebook that are real estate investors wanting to get in the game, hey, you should definitely check these people out. So the company is called Fund and Grow. I will have a link below. You can check them out. Please click my link if you decide to go through the process with them. But they have legitimately gotten me over $130,000 of business credit cards at 0% interest. This wasn't all at one time, and it's not at all on one card. However, once you establish multiple cards, you can merge them. So I do have one credit card with a $64,000 limit. That's really cool. And that's zero interest for the next year. So you best believe my next flip, everything is going on that card. Everything is going on that card. And if you guys want to know, it is a Chase Business Inc. card. I can't remember which one. There's a couple of them, but you know, anyways, they have good limits. Fund and Grow does all the work for you. They fill out the applications. You know, yes, I believe you do need to have an LLC in place. Does the LLC need to have tax returns? I don't believe so. I didn't provide any of that stuff. They just ask you some questions. You need to work with them, but they do the lion's share of the work and the heavy lifting. And I would highly recommend it. Whether it's, you know, if you want to do a flip, if you want to use that money to start a business, if you want to use that money to pay contractors, if you want to use that, I mean, dude, crazy, I'm not going to suggest this, but crazy story, check this out. I have enough money on these credit cards where I could go out and buy multiple cars, right? Right? Like a $20,000, $30,000 car. No financing, no nothing, no credit hit. I already have the credit card. Boom. Pay it in cash. And then I can go rent these cars out on Turo or other things like that. And I'm not saying that's a good business strategy. I know Tesla is coming up with their, you know, automated taxi service or whatever, so I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just saying, like, there's business opportunities, things that you can do with a credit card, and the fact that they're giving you zero interest for 12 to 18 months. I've even seen one card that was like 24 months, 2 years. Free money is just, it's a no-brainer. But here's the deal, you guys, and this is, you guys follow me, I want to give you my honest advice. And I am saying advice. This is my personal advice for you. If you spend money on a credit card, please, 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 only do so if you are certain you can pay it back. Would I recommend taking this money and gambling? No. No. Would I recommend taking this money, doing a cash advance and buying stock? Not unless you have some insider information. Which is illegal, so don't do that either. But is flipping properties a sure thing? No. But if you run your numbers and you are in that business, you should be able to make a really educated guess. If you want to start a garage door company and you want to use this money for marketing so you can generate more business, would that be a good use of funds? Sure, I'll give you that, right? Like if you're using it to generate more income, if you're paying for Google ads, if you're paying for Facebook ads, if you're paying for a billboard, if you're paying for whatever, sure, if it's marketing, if it's branding, not so much, but marketing, like a call to action, for a business you're trying to start, or if you're buying materials like a pressure washing business, a window cleaning business, a gutter cleaning business, like something that's easy to start that isn't really capital intensive, and you need like, you know, $5,000-$10,000 worth of equipment, throw it on a credit card, and then you're going to start, you know, grinding. Yes, you could absolutely use this money to start a business, but the most important thing is you have about 12 months to give them their money back. Because, and I mean this, please listen to me. If you're listening to any part of this video, start now. If you use credit cards and you do not pay them back, you will end up paying 20 to 30% interest. And that will absolutely destroy any other type of investing you're doing. None of my real estate has gotten me 20 to 30% of my money consistently. No stock has gotten me 20 to 30% consistently. But you know what is consistent? That credit card payment. And you know what is consistent? That ridiculous interest rate. So if you are not exceedingly confident that within a year you can pay that money back, be very careful. Be very careful with using credit cards. I have heard all the horror stories. A lot of people go to Dave Ramsey because they've screwed up their lives misusing credit cards. Do not buy toys, do not buy TVs, do not buy boats, Do not buy any depreciating, like even me, I said buy the cars to start a business, right? Like if you want to rent your cars out, right, on Turo or other, if you want to Uber, if you're buying a newer car to Uber and that car is a business expense, sure, but you got to use it to make money so you can pay the car back. That is the most important part. So, business credit card funding. It is an amazing tool, but it can also really, really hurt you. So please, it's okay to get the lines of credit and not use them. That's fine, right? Here's what I've been telling people, and I truly believe it. When you need the money, no one will give it to you. If you lost your job, if you're in a lot of medical debt, if you develop cancer, right? Whatever it is, right? If you have some type of problem that's very expensive and stops you from making money, no one will give you any credit because you won't be able to pay it back, right? You're going to go bankrupt. So the time to ask for money is when you don't need it, when you are doing well financially, when you do have a strong profit and loss balance sheet, when you do have income coming in and you're working really hard and doing overtime. That's the time to ask for the credit. That's when you get the personal lines of credit. That's when you get the home equity lines of credit. That's when you get the credit cards, right? When you are in a good position, that's when you ask for the money. Not when you're destitute. Not when you're desperate. Nobody will give you money when that's your situation. So please listen to me. If you are having a tough time right now, maybe now's not the time to apply for the credit. You want to be in a financially strong position when you're asking for money. Do I make $1 million a year? No. Do I have incomes from my rental properties that makes me look better on paper? Yes. Do I have income from jobs and work I do and flipping? Yes. But, you don't need all of that, right? If you have just a regular W-2 job and you're making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, you can get business credit cards too. Do you have to have an LLC? I think so. Check with Fund and Grow, right? My link down below. Is it very simple to do? Yes. Does Fund and Grow charge you money for this service? Yes. Do they have payment programs? Yes. And I'll just be honest with you guys. The amount of money they charge versus the amount of credit they were able to unlock for me and other people I know, hands down, absolutely worth it. Let's say you pay $2,000 or $4,000. And this isn't even true. What if it cost you $10,000, which it doesn't? But if somebody said, hey, Brandon, I need $10,000, but I'm going to 10x that money. You give me 10, I'll give you access to 100. Would I do that deal? Absolutely. Absolutely I would. Because $10,000, you can only do so much. $100,000, you can do a lot with $100,000. So, and the program isn't $10,000, it's much less than that. I'm just saying, if you're looking at it from like a reward, a risk-reward basis, the amount of money that it costs them to do this thing that they do, whatever it is, to give you all this business credit, for the amount that they unlock, I absolutely believe it's worth it, and I think you should check it out. Link down below. Peace.